I was coming up with people that I thought should be an elite cracker, but I was like, they're dead.
This is the Elite Cracker Hall of Fame.
It could be. That's fair.
I think that's where this.
So hear me out. Hear me out. Betty White. I know that you already responded to that. Steve Irwin.
Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame.
Bob Ross.
Hall of Fame.
Robin Williams.
Hall of Fame.
Anthony Bourdain. That's one that I think some people may be iffy on because it's a cult following, but I'm all in.
But you see where I'm going with this? They're not getting on the active. Like,
that's fair.
This is two different lists. Hall of Famers. Absolutely. Anthony Bourdain, baby.
So deceased.
Anthony Bourdain is 1,000%. You just don't know his game.
That's fine. That's fine. Listen, I'm not going to pretend to know everybody. The other Betty White might be the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
This is
window, to the wall. Come on, bro.
This is the Betty White Elite Cracker Hall of Fame. It's named after her.
Okay, I like that.
Okay.
Welcome, everybody, to the Who F Knows podcast. This is episode 100. It's your boys, all three of us. I'm not even going to introduce us because you guys know us. You know who we are. You've seen us before. It's our 100th episode, guys. Listen, first of all, I know it's not your 100th episode, but it is.
Like
it is.
I've been here and I've listened.
What the fuck does that mean?
Technically, it's nobody's 100th episode because we've each missed episodes.
Listen, you don't have to.
Nope, you can't say it. It's not your 100th episode and act like you've been here for 100.
I absolutely have been here for 100 last week with 99 and a half. Technically, I've been here for 100 episodes. Don't you dare.
I did one all by myself. I feel like that counts for two.
Maybe. Maybe. I did one without you, though. I did two without you.
Did one without you.
I had a child.
On both of them? Anyways. It's our 100th episode. So if any of you have seen, any of these old throwback comedic sitcoms where it's like, hey, you remember that time? That's what we're doing tonight. We're going to do 100 of those to just prepare. We're going to do flashbacks. I'm just joking. We're not doing that. We don't have time for editing that. I'll be honest. We got a lot of topics tonight. I genuinely don't know which ones we're going to dive into. This is the Who F Knows podcast. If it's your first time joining us, we've done 100 of them. Go watch one. I'll shut up. Yeah, I'll just shut up. But this is just dive in. Yeah. How we doing?
Well, I'm doing great, but I see some empty glasses here.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I forgot. See, episode 100, I'm already screwing up, right? Listen, he got the good stuff. Corbel. It's actually not, you could have got like
Listen,
Andre.
I don't know what I'm buying when I buy champagne.
It's actually French for really good. Don't look it up. Just believe us.
I should have did it into the mic.
I love the sound. Well, you got two bottles.
We'll do another one.
Yeah.
All right. I can't. You know what? I'm going to do the Japanese custom here, or maybe it's not just Japanese. Americans are weird. You shouldn't pour your own liquor. So I'm going to pour you guys.
Okay.
And I'm going to make sure it gets all like puffy and, all this stuff is going to go nice.
No diddy. Yeah.
Kind of probably not the right thing to say before pouring our drinks.
Listen, there's going to be a lot of head on these drinks. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
100 episodes, not the first time we've had champagne.
It's a dangerous game.
Yeah. Listen, champagne drunk is a different type of drunk. It's a fun drunk.
Chapakane.
Do I need to pour yours? Because you can't pour yours.
Do you need to pour mine?
Okay.
The way this works, fellas.
Champagne.
Okay.
The way this works, fellas, is in other cultures, I'm not going to say just Japanese because I'm not sure. It could be a lot of different cultures. You're not allowed to ask someone to pour you a drink either. Like, that's kind of rude. But it is also insulting to other people around the table if you pick up the bottle yourself and start pouring because it's like, hey, you're not paying attention to me. Like, so a lot of the times what happens is people pretend like they're going to go grab it to pour, and then everybody's like, no. So let's see if we can actually play this game here. It's not a game. But,
it's a little heavy-handed on yours. I gave you a lot more than everybody else.
Oh, heavy-hander. That's all right. I am a champagne guy. You know me.
Champagne.
Cheers to 100 episodes. Thank you guys for joining us. If you're at home, have a water, have a coffee if it's noon, or have a beverage. I don't know your life. So, yeah. But how are we feeling? What are we going to do tonight, guys?
We're going to pod. We're here to pod.
We're here to pod.
We're just here to pod.
We're podding.
Okay. We got some topics though, right? That's what I'm asking.
Potty. I like that.
Jesus. Dave showed up with a beer, so he's not drunk. I
not
promise,
at all.
But he just showed up with a beer.
It's been a long day. You know what? I think I'm just delusional at this point. Been up all day off on like 2 hours of sleep.
Right.
So we're rolling, man.
Yeah, we do have a lot of topics though. We could just dive into a few of them. The first one, there was one. Shoot, there was like 3 you sent, and I'm blanking on them actually.
I'll name them. You choose.
I like that. Let's do
Okay.
that.
You ready?
Yeah.
Actually, I have 4. I have one I didn't tell you about. Would you like me to throw that one in there too?
Yeah, throw them all in.
Okay. We have worst household chore,
Okay.
songs that instantly put you in a good mood, movies that made you cry,
Yes.
Halloween Candy Hall of Fame. And then we have our special thing that we'll get to later.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, there's one that I just remembered that we're not talking about.
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll
cool.
get to that later.
Sweet.
We can tease it if you want. We can tell them what it is.
It just has to do with something we've mentioned before about Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah,
He probably won't be on the list. He has fallen down,
that's right. All right, so that's
or he hasn't fallen down. 'Cause,
The pod jinx.
do you remember the 4? Or do I need to say them again?
no, I remember him. I don't know. Do you have a preference on which one you would like to start with, my guy?
It's getting close to Halloween. You know,
Favorite
It's kinda
Halloween candy?
seasonally appropriate.
It's not favorite Halloween candy.
Most elite.
It's not most. It is the Halloween Candy Hall of Fame.
Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay, maybe I missed that. I'm
What are
sorry.
you putting in the Halloween Candy Hall
Well,
of Fame?
how many candies do I get? Is it just like one? Am I picking one?
Give us your nominee. You get a nominee.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll go from there. We'll see.
Okay, I get to start.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going Reese's Cups. I mean, come on now.
Okay, so this is how we're gonna do this. It's in the Hall of Fame. When the next person names it, we'll have 2 in there,
Okay.
and we'll just keep going around and we'll try to knock it up. We'll see how many can stay in there. So Reese's
Oh,
is
so we
in.
can only have 2 in, and
Yeah.
we're just going to keep going until
Yeah,
we're
'cause
like,
we
okay,
can't-
these are the 2.
Or we can do 3. We'll do 3, and then we'll go around the clock, and then we'll see if Reese's can stay in the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? And
All
it
right.
doesn't have to be 1, 2, 3. We don't have to number it, but we'll have to discuss
Do
whether
I get
Reese's.
to just keep voting for Reese's?
We'll see.
Because I went hot out
Goes
the
to
gates.
Reese's. Pumpkin
Listen,
Reese's.
this is an idea I'm coming up with right now. Will it work? I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. I don't think you thought through the way this is going to work
No,
out.
I just
but
told
it's
you. I
okay.
didn't. I thought about it now. Give us your nominee.
I gotta go classic, man. Kit Kat is a good Kit Kat. Just
Okay, so
can't beat it.
rounding out our Hall of Fame as it stands after round 1, I'm going with the mini Snickers, specifically the fun size Snickers,
Yeah.
because not full Snickers, fun size.
Okay. Fun size Snickers. So like now that we have 3, if I say another random one, does one get bumped out? How does this work?
If we think it gets bumped out,
Okay. So then we go to the judges.
yes. Judges,
How do we decide which one gets bumped out? You guys just choose.
I don't know, man. Just name a candy.
I know a candy that's not going in the Hall of Fame, and that's candy corn. Worst Halloween candy.
Listen,
Some people would say
that could be, even though I hate it, that could be
this is the
the Hall of Fame Halloween candy.
Now you're getting into the conversation because that's why I specified it is not your favorite Halloween candy, because your favorite Halloween candy might not be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, candy corn ain't coming out any other time of year, right? It's like Halloween comes around and candy corn's like, whoa, guess what, guys? I know I haven't been around, but
Candle wax is here to stay.
yeah.
Exactly.
Have you ever seen people like actually put them together and it looks like corn? What? You've never seen that? So like I always wondered why they called it candy corn, and maybe this isn't why, but I've seen people actually take them. You ever notice? So the outside's yellow and the inside's orange, and if you stack them and like put them all together, and you can basically make a corn cob with candy corn.
Still didn't make it any good.
Oh, it's not. Doesn't taste good.
Still
It
tastes
doesn't
horrible.
taste like corn.
Tastes like candle wax.
We can totally abandon this topic if you want.
We just named freaking Halloween
Because I
candies.
feel like I'm
It's
just gonna
fine.
end up naming my favorite candy.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I'm just going with the ones I like.
Listen, we'll have it. Let's rethink. We'll think about this more. Reconvene closer to Halloween.
Okay. Okay. The judge has ruled.
Yeah.
Failure.
Okay. Well, that was nice.
Listen. This is what happens when you tell me to come with the topic.
Well, I think what it was is you tried to come up with a game on the spot, and that just wasn't happening.
Because the game sounded more fun than just, hey, name your favorite Halloween candy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And we
Turns out I was wrong.
well, and we have done like top 5 Halloween candy in the past.
That's what I was trying to avoid.
Yeah,
Now we could just get Aaron's Halloween.
I would
candy.
love to get Aaron's top 5 Halloween candy. Start with 5. Don't start with 1, please.
Tough. Oh, I said Kit Kat.
Do we need to reconvene? Closer to
Yeah.
No, you go off the top of the dome. That's how this works.
No particular order for right now. Kit Kat, Twix. Does caramel apple count as a? It's not really a candy,
Yeah, I mean, you can throw it in there.
but caramel apple, I feel like it's always seasonal. I love me a good caramel apple.
Basic.
Yeah, basic, I guess. It's tough to. I don't know. I'm trying to like virtually look inside my Halloween bag and see what I'm eating first.
Yeah. I just feel like Reese's is like
Reese's is solid.
it's got to be.
I
on
mean,
there,
the
right?
Ghost
Am I crazy?
Reese's, something about it, just like
Or the pumpkin Reese's.
pumpkin
right?
Reese's, just like Christmas time, you get the Christmas tree Reese's.
Even like the little mini Reese's. Like,
the white chocolate Reese's.
sure.
Yeah.
Peanut butter. Anything with the
I do
Reese's
like some
peanut butter.
some like Ghost white chocolate. I tried to say it fast.
It wasn't that bad that time.
I tried to say it fast. As soon as I said white, you.
It's
My
just,
God.
it's just funny that it's the same
know.
word.
It's
I
the
know.
way you pause.
What?
You pause.
That one
For
wasn't that bad.
it wasn't that bad. It felt like it was
The
gonna be bad.
Ghost Reese's that are white.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm a big white chocolate guy.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Great basketball player. He was phenomenal.
Yes. Underrated, some would say. Elbow passes. Good old shout out Mike Bibby.
though? That's the question. We'll get to that.
Basketball wise, it's tough to get more elite passer than white chocolate.
We're off the rails. It's been 10 minutes. We're not even drinking much. It's just who we are, and that's why you guys don't love us. It's okay, or you do actually. Most of you do. That's the crazy part.
We love us. If you don't love yourself, how can anybody else love you?
I do love myself.
2024, love yourself.
Yeah. Is that like a Coney slogan, or is that
Maybe.
just? Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah.
You gave us like 3 candies.
I gave 4.
Still waiting
I
on
gave
the
4.
rest.
Reese's, Kit Kat, Twix, caramel apples, apple.
I think I threw in the small Sour Punch straws.
Mm-hmm.
Felt like those were up there. Anything's like small size is in the
Yeah.
Hall of Fame.
All the fun size.
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame. There we go. We got it. We're gonna reconvene at Halloween, and it's gonna be the Hall of Fame.
Oh, wow. Okay.
A new runner up that's kind of getting my favorite. The Nerds little clusters. Those are pretty solid. Get them in little bags.
Yeah. What was your favorite candy as a kid? Let's just jump into that. That feels like a better conversation.
Airheads,
Yeah.
specifically the blue Airheads.
Yeah.
And the white ones, which is weird because they're the mystery flavor. But I only ate the blue and white ones growing up. But the
Yeah.
white one is other flavors. It was like people tried to explain that to me. I'm like, it's just not the same. I don't know what to tell you.
Nah, it's just white. It's just-
Those and blue and green Sour Punch straws. My favorite. And gummy worms. I'm a sour person.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that.
Destroy me some trolley gummy worms.
Yes. Listen, I still to this day we make the first gas station stop for a road trip. Gummy worms, sour gummy worms. Gotta have them.
Yeah. I think for me, it depends on the season of life I was in, right?
Okay.
Big seasons of life guy.
Right.
Everybody knows this. I was a freak. I was a Warheads kid for a while, which means I was insane. Okay. Like just pain. Pain me up.
No taste
Warheads.
buds.
This is the thing about warheads, though. Warheads tasted great for the first 10 seconds, but once that's
Someone
sour,
said that it's the opposite.
Most would
no,
be
see,
like,
I love sour stuff. So
okay.
that and once the sour stuff wears off, though, that was the worst tasting candy I've ever had.
think so?
I think so. It's just me.
Are sour Skittles still a thing? I feel like I don't
Yeah.
see them anymore.
Listen, I'm not actively looking for sour Skittles, so I can't tell you, but I would assume.
Yeah.
Used to mess with some sour Skittles.
Okay.
So big sour guy.
We're all
Just-
sour guys. Look at
Yeah.
that. Just the Sour Patch here.
Just the sour boys.
Sour Patch kids.
Yeah.
Sour Patch guys. We're not kids anymore.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sour Patch adults.
Yeah.
So yours just sour
Mine's-
candy?
Yeah, mine was sour candy. I think when I got a little older, actually, it goes back and forth because when I was young, my dad used to always get Charleston Chew. He liked it, and like I started eating it, and like I don't think I like it. I'll be honest, looking back, but at the moment I did.
Yeah, you're like, these are pretty good.
Yeah, so that was one. Caramellos, you know.
Yeah. I don't know. I've always been a sour candy person. I'm not a huge like candy bar
Yeah,
person. I do like I like a Butterfinger, but I can't eat an entire one.
Get stuck to your teeth too
Kit
much.
Kats. Kit Kats are pretty elite.
But like what candy bar isn't getting stuck to your teeth? Like, and maybe that's part of the issue.
You know what's a sleeper pick that I just thought of? Red Twizzlers.
Ooh,
Big Twizzler guy.
yeah. And if you eat black Twizzlers, you can
Yeah,
you
black
gotta
licorice.
go. We
I
gotta
didn't
get
really
you
like
out of here.
like strawberry Twizzlers or like just the red. I
I
don't
don't
remember
even know
just
the
that
flavor.
classic.
Is it
Just-
cherry or
just the red.
strawberry?
No, they had a straw like it was different. Cherry and strawberry were different. I don't know what
Just the
heck red
classic
is.
red, whatever that is.
I like the ones that used to, you can like peel them like individually.
Pull and peels.
Yeah, those
Oh,
are
yeah.
good.
Twizzlers, pull and peel.
It's like like good movie. I just think of movie theater. Like
Snow
the little-
caps.
Yeah.
I mean,
Big
come
old
on.
snow caps.
Snow caps.
Let's go.
Listen, so some people like to do the snow caps, and they put this on the box of snow caps to put it in the popcorn. That's a mess. But I will say, if you like alternate, like, hey, here's some snow caps, here's some popcorn, sneaky good combination.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think so, but sneaky good combination.
Anytime you combine like that saltiness
And
with
sweet,
like that's where it's at, guys.
I like the little crunch at the movie theaters. A little crunch. They look like little. I don't even know what they look like little flowers. It came in the blue box. The little crunch brand, little chocolates, kind of like mines.
I don't think I ever
guess.
got them. I'll be honest. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, pretty solid.
Yeah.
Look at that. My Halloween game turned into something great.
Yeah.
There you go.
After all.
Well, if you just let us talk about candy. We'll
Yeah.
just
We can
go
talk
down
about
the rabbit
candy all day.
hole. Every food conversation.
is.
Every food conversation we have turns into a phenomenal conversation, and one of them didn't even record properly. And I'm sorry you guys missed out on that
Yeah.
one. But
We did kind of stumble into another topic, though.
Yeah.
I mentioned like stopping for a road trip, and you kind of brought up the road trips last week. What are you get? You always make the first gas station stop for a road trip, right? You got to fill up. You go in, you get you your snacks. What are your road trip snacks? I named one of mine. I have another one, but I want to know.
y'all are gonna give me shit. You always give me shit.
I'll get a salad and a
Nature
fruit bar.
Valley, Nature Valley, green
If
and
they got
honey nuts.
bananas, get in the banana.
I'm telling you, man.
I'm a big yogurt parfait guy.
just not allowed to eat healthy around here. Just like,
No, it's fine.
It's a road trip. Road trips are fun for not eating healthy.
I'm a trail mix guy.
That's not bad.
I can appreciate some
Yeah,
trail mix.
I definitely thought you were about to go yogurt or something crazy.
No. I'm a trail mix guy, but it's like the tropical trail mix. So it's like all the fruit and stuff in it. I don't get like the chocolate and stuff.
Yeah, I brought it up before. I'm a big sunflower seeds guy. Just something that like
That was my second one.
give me some kind of energy drink or something, and once that's done, just start chowing on the sunflower seeds. Keeps me busy.
Right.
Keeps me
It's because it
occupied.
keeps you busy.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sleeper pick. I like the cheddar and bacon like TGI Friday chips. You ever had those?
No.
Very solid.
I've always liked Cool Ranch Doritos, but I have been on probably an unhealthy Cool Ranch Dorito kick. I've been killing some Cool Ranch Doritos every day of my life.
Bro, I can't even say the things I'm thinking because it's gonna be like, oh, here we go again.
Don't do it.
The little Quaker like rice chips. You know what I'm talking about? Like, but I like the
Rice
Ciroc.
cakes?
No, not the rice cakes, but like they're almost like little chips, but they have different flavors. So they have like caramel, apple. They're basically rice cakes, but they're
The smaller
very
version,
small.
yeah.
They got like the little drizzle on them.
No,
They're just flavored. It's like
it's just
I don't
like
know
a
if it's
flavored
like
rice
a
cake.
powder or what.
Yeah, I don't know. It's basically like chips. It's like rice cakes in the form of chips.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Like powdered with some seasoning. I like there's like it's not called sriracha, but it's basically sriracha. Like chili something.
Yeah,
Phenomenal.
when I'm on
or like apple cinnamon.
when I'm like on my health kick, I get the full size, the plain rice cakes, and do peanut butter. And that's like my snack for
Hell
the
yeah.
day.
Put some bananas on that
Yeah,
thing.
touchdown Miami.
It's not quite healthy anymore, but yeah.
Do you guys ever venture out and test the waters of the rolling foods?
Oh, listen.
Oh, like a hot dog or something?
Bro, those
Yeah,
hot
like
dogs
hot
slap.
dog, like the pigs in a blanket that they have. Sometimes they have like the buffalo chicken ones.
Like a taquito.
Do you
Yeah.
Have them
remember
things?
when we would be out late in Slidell growing up? They had the gas station by military. Nobody listening to this is probably going to know what I'm talking about. But you know what I'm talking about. It's across the street from the McDonald's. I used to hit that gas station. I think it was an Exxon. And I used to get the nachos every single time we were out late. Those late night gas station nachos hit different. Now they kind of ruin it because they give you the bag of nachos and the container of nacho cheese.
Horrible. Nobody wants
movie
that.
theaters are the same way. Absolutely
Yep.
horrible.
Now, but it used to be,
Like nachos.
yeah, it used to be they give you the bag and you got the with the pup. Listen, I had cheese with chips. I don't know what they were talking about.
How many pumps are you?
I don't know, man. 7, 8. That's a lot.
That's what I heard. I love that you just fell into that. I was going.
I really wanted to go with the joke more, but I couldn't think of a clever comeback for you.
That's
Sorry.
all right.
Yeah, I'll test it every once in a while if I'm
3
feeling
pumps
like
is
not
a
so
flag.
far. 3 pumps. Yeah. Personal conduct. Though.
Yeah, there was speaking of gas station, terrible food as a youngin'. First of all, I hung out in a friends group where we'd be like 9 cars deep at midnight or 1 a.m. going wherever.
Oh yeah.
And we would always stop this place called On the Run. Everybody knows On the Run, I guess. And they had jalapeno cheddar hot dogs. probably sitting there for 5-6 hours by the time we'd roll up, and like everybody's just like hot dogs, taquitos, or like if we found a crispy crunch or a Brothers somewhere, like it was going down. So,
Man, listen, gas station, the pizza can be very, very hit and
Hunt's
miss.
Brothers.
Yeah, if you get it fresh, not bad. If it's been sitting there all day, it's gonna be a long day. But gas station food is kind of slept on. As far as I don't know how it's prepared. I don't know how fresh it actually is. But late night gas station food, when we talk about drunk food, like foods after a drunken
like after a night out,
we might have mistakenly left out gas station food.
Especially for the price. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like it's
There
pretty solid.
We used to roll up to this gas station in Harahan, and there was a crew that used to, like, just old dudes. They used to hang out there like 1 to 4 in the morning drinking coffee. And I'm like, bro, it is 2 in the morning. Y'all drinking coffee. Anyways, so we used to roll up, and they would make breakfast pizza on the little thing. And they'd be like, I want some breakfast pizza? And we'd eat it for free, and it was phenomenal. So good.
Nice.
I never got behind the boiled peanuts that they have.
It's weird. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. And it's just like sitting in the container, just soaking. I'm like, that just doesn't
Who
seem.
likes wet nuts? Like, honestly.
Well, depends who you talk to. But
okay.
I don't know. I don't know. Just no. Just no. I was trying to be nice about it, but just no. It's just gross.
Listen, I did not think Halloween was going to get us to 20 minutes. How about that?
There you go.
I'm excited. But I feel like we should move on. We've been
it
talking
is
about
time.
food for a while.
It is time. Everybody has already stopped watching this
All right,
podcast.
we're down to worst household chore, songs that make you cry, songs that instantly put you in a good mood, and movies that make you cry.
Oh, I've got a list for that one.
Which one?
Movies that make you cry.
Let's do it. Movies that make you cry.
Yeah. First of all,
just one by one.
Before you go, just say one at a time. Before you go, shout out to Kev on stage. That's where this idea came from.
Yeah, but I didn't.
For me,
I know you watched it. I didn't watch the video because I didn't want to get any answers.
None of my movies actually came from that.
That's fine.
His were great though. So I mean, go check his out. But yeah.
So movies that make you cry.
I'm gonna go cartoon first. Encanto. Coco.
Oh, that was on his list, and
Was it?
That's actually why I wanted to talk about this. That's a great one though. Phenomenal.
Listen, I'm also going cartoon. Toy Story 3 made me cry like a bitch. Listen, when you grow up with these toys in your life and you think they're not about to enter this little fiery abyss, but you damn sure thought they might for a second there. And I was like, this is the end. And for the record, Toy Story 4 also got me a little bit. Something about separation. I think it gets me. I don't know.
You got separation anxiety.
It might. Maybe that's the daddy issues. Who knows?
Ooh.
Toy Story 3.
I don't know what to say.
Toy Story 3 brought a tear to my eye.
Yeah, I believe it. I'd be lying if I said that part didn't hit a little bit. I think it's hilarious. We're all going to go cartoons to kick this thing off because I'm going up. The beginning of if you didn't get a little emotional, whether you cried or not, if you didn't get a little emotional during the beginning of Up, you might want to go see a doctor. Something's wrong with you.
Yeah. Now, just spitball now because I don't have a ton of other ones.
I got a recent one that I saw that anyone who out there has a brother, has a sibling, the Iron Claw.
Never saw
I don't know if you guys saw that. It was Zac Efron. It's not a spoiler because it's based off a real story, but all his brothers pass away, and then he eventually has 2 sons, and he's watching his sons wrestle and play out in the yard, and he's sitting there and he starts crying. So the kids come up to him and say, "Daddy, why are you crying?" And he said, "Well, I used to be a brother once, but I'm not anymore." And I was like, "Ugh."
Yeah. That's crazy.
And I was like, okay, here it comes.
As sad as that movie is, the real story of the Von Erichs is even worse.
And they didn't even put the worst death. They skipped past the younger brother's death. I guess for obvious reasons, but
I need to watch the movie. I've been wanting to for a while.
I haven't seen it, but I mean,
Do movies? I'm assuming I know the answer to this question, but do movies hit you different once you've had kids?
I think so. It just depends. Like, I think anything does. Like, there's a situation you can now connect with, and you happen to stumble across it. It's like, oh man, that hurts. I got a few.
I have another cartoon.
Oh, go for it.
Big Hero 6.
Yeah, that's a good one.
yeah, it was
Another separation one. Wow.
Yeah,
That's a theme here.
Sensing a theme here. You know what's funny? I have a theme to mine too. Now that I'm thinking about it.
What was your first one?
My first one was Up, that's just a loss of a
Yeah.
loved one, basically.
Yeah.
After failing to have a child. I have other ones. One's A Walk to Remember. Very sad.
Never seen Walk to Remember.
Do you know the story?
No.
So it's basically about a girl who has cancer and like this like popular guy who like falls in love with her, and then she dies. So yeah, and then there's Hardball.
Oh man, what a choice! Listen, if you didn't tear up a little in Hardball,
That was the first movie I wrote down. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
yeah,
I was the only one I thought of, and my wife mentioned these other three, and I was like, "Oh yeah, those two." But Hardball was the first one I thought of.
Yeah, I didn't even think of Hardball. That is absolutely
G Baby. Oh, that like gut wrenching. Like I was like 16, crying. It's like whoa, crazy. 7 Pounds.
What is that?
It's a Will Smith movie. And the premise of the movie is he like I'm gonna butcher it, but he meets all these different people, right? And he creates relationship with all these people, or maybe he just bumps into them and talks to them. It follows him around though. It follows him this whole movie, and then he like ends up having a relationship with this girl that he had met, and then he commits suicide. And the reason he did all these things and then committed suicide is he was actually dying. And these were all people who were going to get pieces of him because he was a donor. And he wanted to make sure that they were deserving or something. I think maybe I'm butchering this, but it was something along those lines. Yeah. And it was just gut wrenching at the end when I understood why. There's a part where he like drops a toaster in a bathtub and basically like kills himself. And there was this girl who he had fallen in love with, and she had fallen in love with him. And like, he didn't tell her that he was doing this. He wrote, I think he might have wrote a note. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen the movie, but
I'm blanking on other movies.
I had I don't know if y'all have ever seen Green Mile.
yeah,
I know that's like kind of like a classic one.
Something about me. There's a lot of classic movies I've never seen.
Yeah. I've been on a kick recently and just watching movies that I'm like, I should have been watched this.
I think we've talked about this a long time ago. Where like I just need somebody to make me a list of classic movies I need to watch. I didn't watch a ton of movies.
yeah.
Kid. Yeah. Like I watched some TV and some cartoons, but I was never really a sit in one place, like watch a movie type of person.
Y'all talked about like there's a trend. I guess a trend for me. I know I named some movies that really aren't what the trend I'm about to say, but what really gets me in movies is like happy moments. I feel like I cry a lot during happy moments. Like
I wasn't thinking about it from that angle.
It's like a lot of stuff, like sad stuff. I'm like, you're kind of sometimes, unless it hits you out of left field, kind of maybe like the movie you were talking about, but sometimes it like hits you out of nowhere, and that's why it gets sad. But a lot of times it's like the happy ones. Like one that was on that I thought about was Green Mile. It's the whole story about him playing all these venues, and then at the very end he invites him to over for dinner, for Christmas dinner, and then he doesn't see him, and then he comes in and he's like happy to see his friend. They just hug it out, and then they think, it's just like, I'm a big happy crier.
Yeah.
I think is where what gets me.
Do you like Good Will Hunting?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Very
another
much so.
happy crime movie. It's a
Yeah.
good movie.
Yes.
Good movie. Great movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I never thought about that angle of it.
Yeah.
But there's no
technically Coco is kind of like a happy cry in a sense because she's kind of remembering, you know.
But that's also kind of sad.
Right.
Ernesto de la Cruz did him wrong.
Yeah.
For being honest.
But he got what he deserved.
He did get what he deserved.
Twice.
Screw that guy.
2 bells on him.
Ding ding. Oh man. You had topics, didn't you? I asked you earlier today. I said, "What are we talking about tonight?" You said, "I think I got
I
some
had
topics." I said, "Okay, buddy, bring them on."
I just kind of wanted y'all's opinion. Dave had shared something, and I feel the same way. And I was just curious if you felt the same way as well. Someone was recording their friend at a Billie Eilish concert, and the guy was going ballistic and bawling his eyes out.
Yeah.
And people were just ripping this guy apart, saying like how I wouldn't want to be anywhere near this person. People around you probably thinking that you're crazy. How could you ever get like this? If you're at a concert and it's making you feel a certain type of way, it's like,
Buddy.
some people connect to the music, and they may have to pop up in that second battle.
Mm-hmm.
Get some ASMR going.
Anyway.
But yeah, I don't know. People connect to music for different reasons. So if they're at a concert and they're seeing this person that they listen to all the time live, and it makes them start feeling things, like, I'm not going to judge you.
Listen, man.
It's like
music is
Makes you lose
therapeutic.
control.
Yes, you ruined mine.
I know I'm such a dick.
It does make you lose control. That's true. Yeah. But no, music can be therapeutic, and you don't know what these people have gone through and what music has helped them out. This kind of was a thing too when Kobe died. Like there was people like in Los Angeles, like kids crying on the sidewalk about it, and people were like, "Dude, grow up. If you're attached to an athlete that much," I'm like, let people.
Yeah.
Number one, let people grieve how they want to grieve. Let people be excited about what they want to be excited about. What does this dude crying about watching whoever he was watching? How does that affect you in any way? Let my man live. Let him have some fun.
That was nice.
Gunshots.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was that loud or if it's just because of the
Yeah,
headphones.
it felt really loud.
God.
It felt really loud.
Thanks.
There's a poor dog somewhere cowering under a table.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like you said, it could be for any reason. It's like, well, my dad's favorite player growing up was Kobe, and he passed away. And now, every time I see Kobe, I think, it's like you don't know what somebody could be,
Right.
Correlating that artist or that athlete or whoever to.
Yeah.
So to just destroy somebody for acting a certain way, it's like, what does it really hurt you?
Yeah. No, I agree. I think it's tough. Like, I agree. I would never throw someone under the bus for feeling emotional about any situation, really. I think it's the level of emotion that you show sometimes.
It's like when it's almost over the top, you feel like.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. And it's not that I'm like, I would ever be embarrassed by a friend who did that. Like, that's silly. Like, that's your friend. Like, it's fine.
I would give him shit. If you were balling, if you did that, I would give you shit, but I'm not going to be like, hey, you shouldn't do it.
Afterwards, I'm like, bro, you got pretty worked up, huh?
That song was your shit, huh?
Yeah, you were really feeling. I can't name a Billie Eilish song right now, but yeah, you were really
Blue
feeling.
Eyes.
Yeah, you're really feeling Blue Eyes, aren't you? Yeah, but I think, and I think that like for me, it just goes back to like controlling your emotions. But maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you don't have to. I don't know. Like you're in an environment where you're trying to have fun and let loose. So I don't know.
Also, sometimes at a concert, things can hit you differently.
Yeah,
Songs can hit you differently. You don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't kill anybody for being that emotionally attached to anybody. Look, when Mac died, I wasn't a mess. Like I wasn't bawling, crying in my room, but I was upset, man. That hurt.
yeah.
So it's like, whatever.
On the same kind of note, I mean, do you feel like at football games, do you get aggravated when someone's like over the top or too passionate, or do you just like? It depends on like what they're saying. Like if they're specifically talking, like I was at a high school football game last night, and there's some people like there's certain lines that you can't cross in my opinion. If you're talking shit to a 15-year-old kid, you probably should stop. Yeah, like that's the part I'm gonna be like, like let's chill out.
I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking of like somebody getting upset at the game, losing a game or something.
Yeah.
That's how I took it. That's why I said no. But
it seems like there's so many. I don't maybe compared to like they just hadn't been recorded, but it feels like the first 4 games of the season, there's been so many fights. Like the Falcons game on Thursday night, the guy who caught the game-winning touchdown, he's literally recording.
That was
hey,
funny.
Falcons fans, in the background, there's Falcons fans fighting in the background, and I'm like,
it does get a little wild.
People get so passionate just for like,
I don't know why some people just really want to be dicks and try and start a fight, even if their team won, just for whatever reason. And I think that's just a personal issue. That's not even like it's crazy to me how emotional people do get about sports sometimes. You shouldn't fight. Like
we went to the Cowboys and Saints game in Arlington, and some guy behind us wanted to almost fought your uncle.
Yeah, listen, I think I've told that story before. It was the dude in front of us was, first off, motherfucker was asleep the entire game. The entire game was a Cowboys fan.
Drunk.
And I think we ended up losing.
Yeah, pretty bad. Yeah.
Or we left early and we almost came back and won. Mm-hmm. But dude was asleep, didn't see a single play. Woke up and was talking mad shit. And my response was, you didn't see any of it. I was like, I don't think you're allowed to talk shit. you just know the score. You don't know how we got here. Yeah. But yeah, he got, at the time when we were traveling to games like that, like this was pre-2018, before anybody got affected by anything. It was anything. We were all super passionate about it. So, of course, we're talking shit. And we went to Dallas before, and we would talk shit with the people in front of us. And then afterwards, it's like, yeah, good game. Mm-hmm. It was fun. This dude was just, I don't know.
Yeah, like, to me, it's like, if you can if you're gonna dish it out, just be okay with getting it. Like, if you're gonna talk shit, just be aware that if my team scores, I'm gonna talk shit back. But don't get offended and want to fight me.
Yeah.
There's people my whole company that I work with is based out of Atlanta, and leading up to the game, randomly, like Thursday or Friday, I closed one of our meetings with, "All right, who dat? Bye guys," and just left. And I never heard the end of it after Atlanta won. And it's just I can't say anything. Like, what can I say? I think my only response Monday was like, "Yeah, we had to give you one, man." Right. And I was like, that's all I could say.
I don't know if it's like just being like getting older. When I see like fights, not even like when I see them in stadiums, fight clips like out in public, I get so
it's hard to reach you.
You fucking did it to me, and I'm like, wow, that was kind of disrespectful.
I get so uncomfortable watching those now. Like that one you're talking, like there was one in Atlanta where the dude was stomping on the guy's head.
It was the Saints and Falcons game.
A normal fight, I can watch it. When I start seeing him stomping on somebody's head, I'm like, I am uncomfortable. Yeah,
because at that point, like you're talking like death or like real lifelong damage. Like, there's a difference between getting knocked out because you deserved it. Okay, whatever.
Like growing up, I'd have been like, damn, what a fight. Now I'm like, that dude's got a family probably. Like,
yo.
And he probably just said, your team sucks. And then like just absolutely caused a fight. I don't know. Yeah, I'm about being passionate to an extent, but like you said, it's a level, like when it gets to a point, it's like, all right.
Yeah.
We get it.
Some fans legit do just take it too far. I remember we were leaving. I was in Baltimore.
Can I have some more, please? This is hard. That's what she said.
Jeez, you need to just work on your damn shoulder. Anyways,
my game froze. Also, I'm upset.
Oh no. I was in Baltimore, and some fans just do take it too far. I was there in 2016, I think it was, when it was like cold as shit. The Lance Moore beautiful catch in the corner of the end zone. I don't know. I don't remember the year. Something like that. Probably not even that far. It was 2010, actually. That's where this came from. Literally that day. Anyways, I'll get to the story. We're leaving the game, and they won.
Yeah.
I wasn't even talking trash to anyone. These are people that were seated in a different section coming down the stairs. They're talking trash to any Saints fan they see. Fine. It happens all the time after games. But they got physical for some reason. It's like started pushing Saints fans. And I was with my ex at the time, and we're walking downstairs, and they pushed her. And I was like, nope. Yeah. I don't know why. I was just like, now we got a problem.
With 10 immediately.
Yeah.
It's all red.
So, and it just was like, why? And then thankfully other Ravens fans came in and were like, yo, what the fuck is your problem? Like they started fighting. And I was like, all right, cool. We out. I'm out. But yeah, it's just like, why? Like, what is happening? Why are y'all so aggressive?
Yeah.
I don't know. And some started, like you can say it's alcohol induced, but some started like right as the game starts. And it's like, okay. And like we went to the Falcons and Steelers game, but it was kind of the opposite. Like we had this guy, I mean, in our ears, scream at the top of his lungs, just, you gonna be in there for a long day. You don't know nothing about. And I'm like, look, I don't. That's all G-rated. That's all fun.
Yeah.
But then of course when Steelers scored, turn around, talk shit, and we high five each other.
What's your favorite trash talk? Because I got some fun trash talk that I got that just caught me so off guard.
Fun trash talk, like as a player or as a fan?
I mean both, but I was talking about as a fan. As a player, I wasn't a trash talker. I would let somebody talk trash, and I would smile at them, and then I would just be better than them, and then I would say maybe one thing and just keep it moving.
Give me one, and I'll see.
So I was in the stands for Saints Patriots back in the day, and Rob Gronkowski was killing us. And there's a Patriots fan next to me, and he looks me right in the face, and he's like, Rob Gronkowski's a robot sent from the future to catch touchdowns. He's like doing this, and I'm like, all right. I don't even know what to say to that. But yeah, sure.
That's funny. I don't have any.
Yeah, it was tough. Being a Steeler fan, obviously, who our quarterback was, any away team got pretty typical.
I will never forget. We were in whatever game. I think it was the Halloween game.
Yeah.
The entire Superdome was chanting, "She said no." And I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
What a time.
Yeah.
She did, though.
Yeah.
I was listening.
I don't know.
Something about crowds chanting in unison. It's a beautiful thing.
Speaking of, are we canceling Garth Brooks?
Not yet.
Not yet. We're giving him the benefit of the doubt for a minute.
Innocent until proven.
I'm doing what I do for a lot of things here.
All right. Hey, calling Baton Rouge.
Yeah. Listen, I don't know what LSU's going to do if they're going to keep playing that song. That's what they're going to do.
Probably are, but
Yeah.
it's going to be hard, dude. I'm not going to lie.
Can you separate song? This is what. Listen, I'm usually pretty good about separating art from artist.
Michael Jackson.
Listen,
First of
Michael.
all,
I will listen.
There's
to
no proof to anything Michael Jackson did.
he was just weird.
Yeah.
And but like that is one where I
R.
separate.
Kelly.
That's different. Okay, I agree.
That one
Yeah.
he was.
But also for R.
Liquidated.
Kelly, to your point, you're trying to say you separate. You're good at separating.
All
the
I was
art
gonna
from
say is
artist.
Michael Jackson. I'm able to.
Yeah,
R. Kelly. I've completely cut R. Kelly out of my rotation.
I do like some of R. Kelly's music, and it pains me that he is
I
a
didn't
diddler.
I didn't like a ton of R. Kelly.
Trapped
music.
in the Closets had me hooked as a kid.
Step in the Name
when
of
the next
Love.
episode was coming up.
Remix to Ignition.
My body.
Like, bro.
Has anybody ever heard the regular edition?
Yeah, it's not as good.
I've never in my life heard the regular edition.
All I gotta say is, if we're talking about separating the person from the artist, if this P Diddy list comes out,
P. Diddy's music was never good. First
no,
of all.
but I'm saying the list
Yeah.
of who attended these parties,
yeah.
we may have to. That list may get pretty big.
Listen, Garth is gonna test it. Garth is gonna.
It's hard,
If Garth
man.
is guilty, I don't know that I can say. Well, here's one thing: it's impossible to listen to his music almost anywhere. It's not on Apple Music. It's not on Spotify.
You know where it is.
I know where. Yeah, the one person on earth that listens to Amazon.
You know what's funny? I canceled my Amazon Music subscription.
It's honestly the only reason they have Amazon because they have Garth, but he will test the limits. It's tough.
Yeah, it's very tough, especially considering that is my childhood. Like I can remember after I love you, Dad. I'm going to share some very sensitive information here.
Oh boy.
After my father and my mother split up, and my dad probably doesn't even realize he did this or how I perceived it as an adult now. I remember he had a tape of, I forget what album it was, but it was a Garth Brooks tape, and he listened to it a lot. And there were songs on there about like breakup, and there were songs about like being blue, and there were songs about like shit. I don't. There's a couple different songs about breakup.
Yeah.
And looking back, I was like, damn, my dad was going through it. You know, and it was like he was just like loving this music, like it was hitting him. And I grew up on it, and I'm like, yeah, I like that music too, and like it hits me. But now I'm like, if he's a diddler, I can't. Or not a diddler, but like whatever, aggressive rapist.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It
Yuck.
is one that's gonna test it because listen, Garth's got some bops. He's got the whole bar out in Nashville that it'll be interesting to see how that would play out.
Bro, my childhood stories. Like I was known as the kid who knew every word to Friends in Low Places when I was 5.
Yeah.
Like
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know that I'll be able to hear Call Baton Rouge or any of them and not just be like, yeah, keep this on.
I mean, they can keep it on, but it is what it is. I'm just gonna be like, yep, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
He kind of sucks.
Oh yeah. Listen, if he's guilty, I'll listen.
Yeah.
I won't defend anybody that is found guilty of any of that.
Yeah.
But there are certain ones where like the music is so good that I've just got to be like, hey, I like these songs.
It's tough.
Thriller's a bop. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know if there's. I should research. I don't know if there's ever been any real proof to any of that stuff with Michael Jackson. I know there's a lot of it.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of speculation. Like they had I think it was last year, or the year before that, the documentary with Michael Jackson and his whole palace. You know,
I just remember I saw an Aaron Carter video, and I know people will throw him out, right? Because he's the druggie or whatever. They'll be like, oh no. But he flat out said like his mom and like other like police were basically trying to force him into saying that Michael Jackson had done inappropriate things. And he was like, no, like we just hung out. Yeah. So like, I don't know. It just feels icky looking at some of that stuff. Yeah. Hollywood, music, all that stuff. Like what is happening? We're learning all these random things.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, it's like he talked about. It's like we talked about it with Diddy last week. It's like you see some of these interviews and you're like, how did that fly? And then it's like now it's just you look back and you're like, yeah, something probably should have happened to that person if they're with what they said.
Are you watching a game on your phone?
Yeah, it's tough.
No, sorry.
Anyway, let's get back into the fun topics here.
Yeah.
Songs that instantly
Make you happy.
Make you happy.
Oh, that's not fair. We were just talking about R. Kelly. There's like 3 R. Kelly songs.
Is it really?
Step in the Name of Love gets me going.
Ooh.
I'm just saying. It sucks that it's R. Kelly, but
I had a few. Aaron, go ahead.
A song that my son likes that I actually, every time I hear it, gets me pumped up is a Darude Sandstorm. Just I hear the I'm like instantly feel like I'm at a college football game and I'm just ready to fist bump. Like I'm just like I'm ready to go. You know?
yeah.
It puts me at 10 immediately. That and I don't know if I grew up going to Six Flags in Texas, but the bald Six Flags guy,
Bang up by Cisco. Yeah.
It's like I can't hear that and not be like,
Yeah. See, I went recent, and I don't know if it's because it's all over my Twitter right now, but Juno by Sabrina Carpenter gets me going.
any Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah, almost anything. Sabrina.
First of all,
That went
that
dark.
song is disgusting. Okay, it is about teenage pregnancy.
Yeah, but it's.
It gets the people going.
I don't know how you hear it, and you don't be like,
It's about.
I'm happy.
It's about. Yeah, all of her songs.
Have you
are
tried
like
this one?
What? Yeah. It took me a second. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
I like to move it.
I got one that we're all gonna agree on. Great day to be alive.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's my. If I'm ever like wake up trying to get the day going,
Yeah,
that's a good one.
yeah.
2 dozen roses.
Yeah, there's so much Shenandoah. Shout out. There's so many old like '90s country that you could probably say there that I love. I'm drawing a blank though, man. Like I just nothing's coming to me. There's a random Wiz Khalifa song that I'm trying to think of.
Mesmerized.
I can't. I don't know. If I heard it, I'd be like, "Yep, that one."
Ooh, you know what? Maybe I'm seeing where you're at. This plane.
I have to hear it.
And a man in the paper, maybe they'll love me more when I'm gone.
I don't think so.
That was like the first Wiz song that blew him up.
I got all the small things.
Mixtape Wiz was elite.
All the small things is like my random. Oh, there's a lot of like early 2000s. I guess what is that? Alt rock maybe is that the genre of that? That get me going. All the small things. September is a good one.
That's a good one.
Do you remember?
September's always a good one.
Shout out RIP. But
September. What?
before I let you go, Frankie Beverly and Maze.
That's a good one. That's a very good one. I don't know. Nothing's coming to me. I'll be honest with you.
I thought you would have had a few for this. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't. I'm a vibe guy. It doesn't mean it's something that's going to put like On My Level by Wiz Khalifa. I'm in a Wiz Khalifa mindset for some reason right now, like stuff like that. There's a couple Max songs that I really like.
Best Day Ever gets me every time.
Yeah,
every
Best Ever is phenomenal. Those are the type of songs that put me in a good mood, which is crazy because they're very like low, vibey, slow, kind of like just melodic. Like,
But it's what it's about.
yeah,
There's two different ways you can go about this. It's that where it's like the lyrics are good, or it's the Sabrina Carpenter route where it's just like who cares what the lyrics are? It's just an upbeat. It's a bop.
yeah. Or
Shabuzi probably gets me going.
Shabuzi.
Listen.
You can't even deny Shabuzi anymore, bro. Like, come on.
Song of the year.
Maybe.
We'll have this discussion come the end of the year, but Song of the year, it's got. I mean, right now it has to be.
Yeah, I watched CMA Fest the other night, and my daughter loved that song. And I was like, "How do you even know this song?" She's just like getting it. I'm like, "All right, cool.
Yeah,
It's a bop."
Yeah.
Esau bop.
I had a quick little, we could have like a little filler. I was just, I saw this post of this,
I love filler.
of college, the
I
strangest
don't.
team.
Sometimes it's a little too much.
The strangest team that each SEC team has played. I'm just gonna.
Oh, we're just completely changed that. Okay.
I'm just gonna.
This is kind of related.
I'm
Let's
just
talk about
gonna.
this.
I'm just gonna name a couple. So
It's not. He didn't say that. He didn't say that.
I know. I heard it. I watched it back last week. I was like, maybe I should actually make sure that it's related before I say it's related.
Listen, hey, the first step.
Yeah, first step is
acknowledgement.
yeah. So these are just some ones that stood out to me. So in 1944, Auburn University played the 4th Infantry.
I've heard about this. Wait, I've heard this. Yeah, go ahead.
And
Sounds like a Star Wars team.
this school went on a heater because they played Texas, Texas A&M, and Tennessee back years. And that is the Texas School for the Deaf and Dumb.
Oh, the Helen Keller School of the Blind. I make that joke all the time. That was a real thing. Wait, but they were called the Deaf and Dumb? That's terrible.
They had a football team though.
I know. But I make it as a joke, like when somebody's playing at nobody's school, I'm like, yeah, they're playing the Helen Keller School for the Blind. This is a real team.
He said deaf and dumb. He didn't say blind.
In
Deaf and dumb. That's terrible.
1925, LSU just played LSU freshmen. They basically played JV versus varsity. Just LSU freshmen.
They walked around campus.
Yeah.
We need a game this weekend. Who wants to play football?
Vanderbilt in 1890 just played basically anyone who wanted to play. They played Vanderbilt graduates. South Carolina, 1894, Augusta YMCA, because why not? And then just one of the last ones, Missouri in 1890 played engineering students, just specifically engineering students.
Somebody one year just played Germany.
Yeah.
I love this.
Just played Germany.
Florida in 1912 played the Tennis Club of Cuba, because
That's awesome.
Why didn't you lead with that? That's the most random one.
yeah.
Tennis Club of Cuba.
So yeah, it's just crazy. Like you look back at some of these schools and you're like, how? And how did the Tennis Club of Cuba get to play Florida University?
The Germany one was like 1992. It wasn't even that long ago.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you might remember that. I don't know.
These people are running our country now.
Deaf
by the
and
way.
blind. Like,
you said deaf and blind or deaf and dumb?
deaf and dumb. Sorry.
Deaf and dumb is a terrible. Could you imagine?
Back in the day,
We're
I guess
sending
that
our
was
kid
okay.
to the school
Well, you know
of deaf and dumb.
Whole nother subject. The reason it was named that probably is because the education from the smart folk about what actually being deaf meant, they probably just thought they were dumb.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, they can't speak like me. They must be dumb.
So let's send them to the deaf and dumb. Yeah, that was just my little filler.
Yeah,
That's fun. All
That's
right,
funny.
Let's get into our main.
Yeah, let's do that. We'll save household chore for another time if you want.
It's cleaning toilets. I'll just throw it
You
out
think
there.
so?
Cleaning
It's fucking
toilets.
cleaning toilets.
I thought it was going to be an obvious one, and that's putting up the laundry.
I was gonna say pressure washing.
Okay. You don't have to pressure
Yeah, but I say that's a
wash.
unique. I feel like
You
pressure
have to,
washing.
man.
Pressure
You
washing's
should.
a unique.
You
At
should.
least once a year, you have to.
It definitely makes your house look better.
And you know what makes it work? We're all tall here. Pressure washing as a 6 foot or above person will kill your back.
Same with cleaning toilets.
Yeah.
I don't think clean toilets is that bad.
What was yours? Putting away laundry? Yeah,
Yeah.
that sucks, but that's
'Cause it's
just
easy
nobody
to-
does it.
Yeah, but it's easy to put it in the wash and dryer. It's getting it out of the laundry basket.
It's one of my biggest
the
frustrations
worst.
with my wife. Sorry, I should not bring my marital issues here. It's not a marital issue. I love her. Her biggest task is washing clothes, and it's like she washes and then puts it on a drying rack and then just puts it somewhere. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you did the easy part,
Right, exactly.
Where's the hard part come in?
Yep.
I'm standing on pressure. I mean, cutting the grass is not
No.
great.
I enjoy cutting the grass,
Yeah, it's therapeutic.
especially when bombs are going off. Like
When it's 100 degrees, man, I don't know.
I like sweating.
Pressure washing. I'm
a
sticking
weirdo.
with pressure washing. I think it's a solid. I don't think cleaning the toilets is that bad.
Well, cleaning
There's
the
so
whole
many different-
bathroom is really what I mean. Like
Are
when you're
people in
cleaning
your
around the
household
toilet,
just
cleaning
fighting
the
for their
toilet.
lives? Is that why it's so bad?
No, it's just cleaning. I have 3 bathrooms.
Yeah.
And I'm the one who cleans them. So cleaning around the toilet,
Big flex.
cleaning in the toilet. I'm not going to say what I was going to say. I love my wife. Cleaning around the toilet, cleaning in the toilet, cleaning the floors, the sinks, everything in the bath. Like having to do that. I'm also very crazy when it comes to cleaning. So I want it clean.
Yeah.
So,
I just feel like at least, and it's different because like if you're up north pressure washing your house, maybe it's not as bad. But like down here, middle of summer, you're trying to pressure wash.
yeah.
That's tough. It's tough.
Yeah. Sound off in the comments.
Absolutely. Let us know.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I was interested. I was expecting us all have the same answer. And
I love that we all had
3
something
completely different answers.
And we all were like, nah, this is the one.
Yeah. No, this is
It's like, no, that's stupid. This is the right one.
Okay. The
It's
main
time.
the
This is
main
what we came
topic of
here
the
It's
night.
time.
It's time.
It's time. Listen, we stumbled upon something that we are going to run with, and this is going to be a thing we casually do randomly here.
This is about to make this episode an hour and a half.
It might. That's totally fine. What we're going to call this segment is Elite Crackers. And essentially, what we're going to do here first, we got to spell out what an elite cracker is, right?
Absolutely.
We were talking about actual crackers at one point. I was very confused.
It came up the joke, or not the joke. It started because I called Cheez-Its an elite cracker.
Right.
That's how it started, and then we started talking Travis Kelce, Christian McCaffrey,
Right.
elite crackers. That's the joke.
Exactly.
Now you're caught up.
There you go.
One would say we're kind of cursing the elite, by the way. Kelsey bad
This
year.
is true.
McCaffrey hurt.
That's fair. And if it's a Madden curse, it is what it is. Sorry, guys.
Pod curse.
Yeah,
Be careful.
It is what it is. We're just a little old pod. We ain't affecting that stuff. Anyways, so we're going to come up with a list of elite crackers. 5? Are we thinking?
It's got to be. It can't be any more than 5.
Okay.
It's got to. I think 3. You said 5 might have been a little much.
No, I think you said 10 at first. I was
Right,
like, nah,
okay,
10's too
yeah.
many. We can't do 10.
10's too many. It can't be less than 5. It's too tough.
Okay.
Too
So
tough.
we'll do 5. We're going to have a list of 5, and this is going to be a list that changes based on trends, okay?
Yeah.
And you can trend up, you can trend down. We're probably going to have a cut line. There'll be some people on the bubble. But we're going to just talk through it tonight, figure out who our first 5 are. But first, we should probably talk about what makes an elite cracker, right?
Also, I would like to say they have to be active. They can't be like, from the
Larry
the
Bird.
Larry Bird, no longer
No,
an elite
no,
cracker.
no. I disagree.
We said this. We had this discussion because this is kind of a spoiler. We said Hillary Duff, and you were like, I don't know how long she can stay on this because she's not active.
No. It not act. So you're taking act. I don't mean active like that. I don't think I said active. I don't think I said the word active at all. I think I mean she's not relevant.
Okay, Larry Bird, not relevant. I feel like it's the same.
Larry Bird's not relevant right now. That's fair.
I feel like it's the same.
But
point.
if someone is such a staple, they can still be on the list. Like for example, it depends on who you think. See, we haven't got into what an elite cracker is.
But that could be the deciding factor. So we'll just scratch what I said then.
So let's talk about what an elite cracker is. Obviously, right? It's got to be someone of the Caucasian perplexion.
Yes, yes.
Right. Okay. Lacking melanin.
All Caucasian, because we can't say Roman Reigns.
You cannot say Roman Reigns. They have to be undoubtedly Caucasian, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Like no. Like is this person
Northern
mixed?
European.
Yeah. So like for example, earlier I was talking about White Chocolate, the NBA player, right? Like he's someone that back in the day you might have been like, oh, he's an elite cracker. He did some things above board for what white folks would normally do.
I think it's going to be tough for anybody not currently active in whatever it is they do to make this list.
That's fair. I think that I just wanted to make it more as like, are they relevant, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Can they
first
still
one
be relevant?
First one that popped in my head is going to be, I know we're about to get into it, but is
Let's do this.
probably totally opposite of what you guys are
We're
doing.
going to have 5. I think we should just start spitting out some names and we'll narrow it down.
Okay. That's fair.
I think we said we have had this conversation somewhat in conversations. I think we have Hillary Duff somewhere on the list right now.
Currently, yes.
Currently.
Her birthday just passed. She's been on my Twitter.
Yep.
She holds qualities that people like.
Right.
Right.
Also, this needs to be said. It's not just white people that like, or white people that white people like. That is not what an elite
No,
cracker
so
is.
that's why I wanted to get this out there. They have to be accepted by multiple cultural dynamics, right? And I understand we're 3 white guys here. So if you disagree with someone we pick, this is just our understanding. This is our judgment based on what we think the world thinks. And maybe we're wrong and you tell us and we adjust the list, but it's going to be 5 and we're going to move people up and down. Some people just die and we take them off. Not actually die, but they die from the list.
Do they have to be alive?
I was going to say, some people can be dead and they can still be on the list.
Okay.
You know? It just is what it is. Like Betty White, elite fucking cracker. No?
She's getting kicked off the list. You can have her on the list right now, but I think we can come up with some active people.
She'll probably end up off of it.
Listen, I'm putting Hillary Duff first ballot elite cracker Hall of Famer right now.
Hall of Famer, though.
Hall of Famer.
That's a whole
First
different
ballot?
discussion.
Yeah,
We're
but no,
talking
no,
just
we're
the
talking
list
just the list.
right now.
I wouldn't say
putting-
first ballot.
Brother.
Hall of
I
Fame.
put her,
maybe.
she's on my list right now. I think she was on your list at the time.
Yeah. Right now, I'm going with Hillary Duff as one of my choices
If
for.
you hit this fucking thing one more time.
I can't raise my arms. Sorry.
All right, let's have a clean discussion around this. I am going Hillary Duff as an elite cracker as well. She is. We can't even talk without.
We had others. I mean, do you want us to tell you the ones we kind of threw out there?
Y'all want to tell? I could tell y'all the one that I probably have out of left field that y'all are like, what?
Okay.
Joey Chestnut.
Wow. I'm not allowing him on my elite cracker list.
In his field for what he does for Americans at that time of the year.
I think you're misunderstanding what an elite cracker is.
Listen, I think
what
he
I
might
think
be on the
it
right
is.
path, but I think you're at the wrong time of the year. If you'd have brought him up in July,
Oh, fair.
maybe. Are you just gonna leave me hanging?
I'm not bad,
Because
bro.
every year you're like, he is an American. He is going to do it for us.
I think right person, wrong time for Joey Chestnut. We said, or I said, Sabrina Carpenter having a moment.
She is. She deserves to be on the
Having a
list.
moment.
at the
Open for
moment.
Taylor Swift. Now she's blowing up.
No. No. Taylor Swift is a white girl liked by white girls. She's
Well,
not
I'm just
allowed.
saying Sabrina Carpenter blowing up. She was opening up for Taylor Swift. Now she's doing
I'm
her
sorry.
own
I'm
tour.
so sorry. I just took a shot at Taylor Swift for no reason.
Yeah,
Sorry, don't hate me.
If I
Be
can't-
careful. They'll
if
I
I-
like if they find this.
I like her.
if I can't scroll my Twitter for 2 minutes without seeing her pop up, she's having a moment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm putting Sabrina Carpenter on the list. Listen, we've got two white women whamming
Wait a minute.
on the list right now.
That's not what this list is supposed to be.
Now,
Right?
not
It's
only
not.
not only do we have to put them on the list, we have to order them at some point.
That's fair. We can do that. We're gonna get 5 first. Let's
Yeah.
settle on 5.
So right now, and look, Hillary Duff and Sabrina Carpenter can be taken off, but right now I think they're on
Can
the
we
list.
can we clean this up a little bit because we're all just bouncing around. This discussion's kind of a mess. I would have stopped listening. I'm not gonna lie. So let's do this. Let's you name name yours.
I'm nominating Sabrina Carpenter. Oh, my 5.
Name just whoever you think. Let's just go through who you think. If you have a list.
Okay, I'm not gonna be able to do order right off the top of my head, but I'll give you 5, and then we'll go from there.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna go Hillary Duff, Sabrina Carpenter, Taysom Hill. I'm struggling for 2 more.
Peyton Manning.
No, Arch Manning.
Okay. Yeah.
Arch Manning.
Solid choice right now.
A 5th.
If you don't pick.
I'm obviously I'm blanking on people. I don't
Cody Rhodes is on this
Okay,
list.
yeah, Cody Rhodes. Yeah, absolutely, Cody Rhodes. We did have that
My
conversation.
guy had a HBCU play his theme song
all right.
tonight.
So that's my 5. I don't know the order yet. Cody Rhodes, Hillary Duff, Sabrina Carpenter, Arch Manning, and who was my Taysom Hill?
That's a solid list. I'm not going to lie. Like, if I were to sit here and debate, I don't know if I debate against that. I might be like, yeah, like that fits the current theme and the current structure of what I would assume. I have a list of other people.
I can probably number them for you.
That's fine. We can talk about that in a minute. We can talk about it in a minute. I have a list of other people, and a lot of them, I'll remember it.
Okay.
A lot of people are no longer living. I'll be honest, because I was coming up with people that I thought should be an elite cracker, but I was like, they're
This
dead.
is the Elite Cracker Hall of Fame.
It could be. That's
I
fair.
think that's where this.
So hear me out. Hear me out. Betty White. I know that you already responded to that. Steve Irwin,
Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame.
Bob Ross,
Hall of Fame.
Robin Williams,
Hall of Fame.
Anthony Bourdain. That's one that I think some people may be iffy on because it's a cult following, but I'm all in.
But you see where I'm going with this? They're not getting on the active. Like
That's fair.
This is 2 different lists. Hall of Famers, absolutely. Anthony Bourdain, maybe.
So deceased.
Anthony
can be Hall of
Bourdain is
Fame.
1,000%. You got to.
Okay.
You just don't know his game.
That's fine. That's fine. Listen, I'm not going to pretend to know everybody. The other Betty White might be the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
This
to
is
the,
the
to the
this-
window,
listen,
to the wall. Come
This
on, bro.
is this is the Betty White Elite Cracker Hall of Fame. It's named after her.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
Okay, that's where we're at here.
I like that. I like your list though. I don't know if I could remove any of them. Arch Manning is the only one where I'm like, but then I'm like, who do I replace him with? And I'm not sure. So I want to hear.
Texas might replace him with Quinn Ewers.
I'm not asking that. I'm talking about me. All right.
But
Aaron.
if he's not starting for Texas, he can't be on the list.
Maybe that's fair. What you got, Aaron?
I feel like I'm not prepared.
We probably should have let you in on this
Yeah.
conversation.
Like you guys had a list on the phones already. I'm like,
No, I didn't have this on my phone. This was off top of the dome.
just as a golfer, top of the list, Bryson DeChambeau, lead cracker right now. Big YouTube guy, big golfer.
Yeah.
I push back. I say Scotty Scheffler. Listen. If you
Yeah.
get arrested, if you want to go golf, Scotty Scheffler, you got an argument.
Yeah.
People used to hate DeChambeau, but now he's like coming around.
Wait.
big time.
But this is what. So that's the elite cracker conversation, right? DeChambeau, maybe he's more celebrated. Maybe he's having a moment in the golf world. The world doesn't know who the hell this guy is. Scotty Scheffler went to jail, got out, won a tournament.
Yeah.
Come on.
But I was in the right ballpark.
You're in the right
I was
ballpark.
in the right ballpark.
You're doing the white people liked by white people list.
Right.
It's
And I
not
don't
what
like
this
that.
list is.
I don't like that. I'm not doing that.
But I think well, as a golfer, I think DeChambeau.
Sabrina Carpenter might be pushing the limits. I don't.
He won a major
I've
this year.
seen a lot of other races celebrating Sabrina Carpenter for just being like
She's just white.
she knows what she is and she's not trying to be anything else.
Right. And that can be respected.
Yeah. Listen, Christian McCaffrey was on the list.
1,000%. He was number one. He was the joke that was made.
4 weeks ago,
This
Christian
list.
McCaffrey was the list.
Literally. You were like elite crackers, and I was like, I thought you were talking about Christian McCaffrey.
You go to-
that started the conversation.
You go to Germany for whatever, you're off the list. Sorry.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce, terrible season, off the list.
Taysom Hill's trending downward too. I mean, he broke his ribs. If he doesn't play for
did have
4
2
weeks, it's
tutties.
like, ugh.
Jason Kelce.
Jason Kelsey might be on the list. That's a good one.
Don't Google elite crackers. I don't know what comes up.
It's gonna be like Ritz.
I'm not trying to.
All right. Sorry. This is what we got to do. Now we got to order. If we're in agreement with my 5, we can put it in order and we can start. Because the other part of this is we will have maybe a 3 or 4 trending.
Yeah,
So let's order the 5. Let's go with my 5 if
Okay.
you're cool with that.
I'm cool with
and
that.
we'll order it.
we can do that.
If I had to put them in order, I'll put Hillary Duff at 5. She's not really active.
I don't care.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Fucking dare you?
Listen, don't, I told you I'll put. Oh, I forgot one. Liv Morgan.
No,
No, not on the list.
nah, I don't know.
Okay, we got Cody Rhodes. I thought Liv.
Slightly different, but yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm following you.
Okay,
That's a you thing,
I'll say yeah.
which is okay.
I'll say Hillary Duff at 5. You're gonna have to remind me of my other ones.
Arch, Cody.
I'll put Arch at 4.
Taysom.
I'll put Arch at 4 because he could simply just not be a starter very soon.
Yeah,
And I think that hurts his case.
I think Arch goes 5. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Arch is 5.
Okay, let's lay out the 5 and then we'll discuss.
Okay, so you said Arch, Hillary Duff,
I said
Taysom Hill. I'm just saying the 5. Sabrina Carpenter and Cody Rhodes.
I'm gonna put Taysom at 3, Sabrina at 2. After tonight, I'm putting Cody at 1.
Cody's got to be at 1.
Putting
The
Cody
world
at
may
1.
disagree.
I don't know if you saw it. You saw it?
Uh,
Cody had a whole HBCU band play his entrance tonight.
well, I saw they had that.
He's married to Brandy.
They played his. I know Southern. I think had played his.
No,
his
it
intro
was
a few weeks ago.
It was Arkansas Pine Bluff played his song, and he brought them out tonight to play his intro
That's awesome.
Yeah.
at the pay-per-view. And
right.
I was like, oh my God, this is perfect for our Elite Crackers
So
list.
1 through 5, Cody, Sabrina, Taysom, Arch, Hillary Duff is my order.
Okay, what
Issues with the order.
I have issues with the order. I think Hillary's higher. Hillary Duff is higher.
I can be convinced. Listen, I can be
Duff is
convinced.
higher.
This could be the Hillary Duff elite cracker list
You
if you
can take
want.
Arch Manning off. Hillary Duff needs to be. I think Hillary Duff's like 3.
I think as long as Arch is active, he's on the list.
He can be 5.
That's fine. I'll go. I'm willing to put Hillary at 4. I'm willing to put Hillary at 3.
I think Hillary's at 3.
Taysom, listen, Taysom's injuries might be pushing him back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Hillary at 4. I think Hillary 4.
I think
Behind
Hillary.
Taysom.
Yes. I think Hillary is more accepted
I'm fine with Arch at 5.
than even Sabrina Carpenter. I would make that argument. We don't have to go there.
I think Sabrina Carpenter's current moment puts her at near the top.
That's fair. We can go with that because that's easier to have as a structure
Listen,
moving forward.
we don't know if it's a 15 minutes situation
right.
or if it's going to keep lasting, but I think right now Sabrina Carpenter might be near the top.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm cool with this 5. Cody, Sabrina, Taysom, Hillary,
Arch.
Arch.
Okay.
We might be completely missing somebody, but I
Well,
think
Jason Kelsey is on the bubble.
Jason, this is all right. So this is where the conversation comes in. Jason or Arch?
I would put Jason Kelsey there. That's why I was like, I feel like you could make.
I didn't think about Jason before I made the list. Jason, I might be with you. I think we might be bumping Arch out of here because his position is so flimsy right now. Listen, while he's playing, great.
You'd have told me 2 weeks ago when he made that long run, I'd be like, yeah, Arch definitely
fair.
like 4,
Yeah,
3.
fair.
But right now, I'm like, oh.
I think Jason. I think Arch's first. What is it? What do they do for March Madness? First 4 in, first 4 out. Arch,
yeah.
Arch's first
They're
one
on
in.
the bubble.
Yeah, he's on the bubble.
Yeah.
How many bubble players we got? 2.
You got 2. You got 2 right now.
Arch. I like Arch as a bubble. I like Jason Kelsey at 5.
Yeah. But it's the list is very fluid, right? Like 1 through 5 could be a bubble, right? Like 1 could be off tomorrow, and
Yeah.
you're like,
Oh yeah.
oops,
We'll,
sorry,
We'll consistently check
you
in
said
on
some
this.
bad things, and now you're gone, buddy.
Listen, Garth.
Shit, Morgan Wallen could have been part of that list too.
Morgan Wallen was up there, baby, and then he brought out Hulk Hogan last night to get you off the list.
First, wait, hold the fuck. Like, there ain't no way you were surprised that he brought out Hulk Hogan.
No, I'm not surprised at all.
Especially after what happened a few years
Morgan
ago.
Wallen was already in hot water,
Right.
Yeah, but
Just because he makes good music.
He had started making amends for that. Like you get
Cody
listen,
Johnson. Just because you have a song with Moneybag Yo doesn't mean that
You
it
no, but if
cancels
you
out
get
everything.
if you get a song, not just with Moneybag Yo, but if you got Lil Durk coming out, be like, yeah, he's not a bad guy. He made a mistake. Listen, we can overlook mistakes for the list.
Yeah.
If the culture overlooks the mistakes, we can overlook mistakes. I'm just saying.
I think that's the thing. That's that's the loud. You just said the loud part or the quiet part out loud, right?
Yeah.
This is very much does the culture accept these white folk type of
wouldn't have had-
conversation?
listen,
and we are not the people that should be making that decision.
No.
But we are, and you need to get over it.
I wouldn't have had Morgan Wallen on the list, but if anybody would have, bringing out Hulk Hogan takes you off the list.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's it. I think I'm good with this.
I'm good with this. We do need one more bubble person though. We have
We
Arch.
don't
on the
need one more. It is what it is.
Okay, I guess
You have 5.
you don't. I feel like I just came up with the whole thing. Nobody else has anybody.
But sometimes when you're so great at something, you just, it just is what it is. I had dead people. It's like, oh wait, these people are dead.
No, we've decided once you're dead, then you're up for the Hall of Fame discussion.
Okay.
It's like the
Well,
5 years.
I think I named our Hall of Fame. You're welcome.
Listen, you can't be. It's tough. You can't be dead and out.
So,
you have to be.
if you want-
like.
If you want people that are alive, my wife threw out some folks that I disagree with, like Jack Black, and I was like,
No.
no.
No. Maybe when he dies, he'll get in the Hall of Fame. We'll see.
Yeah. Can we Ben Affleck for dealing with J-Lo?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
I mean, hey, you're knocking down J-Lo. Good for you. I'm trying to think of some others.
J-Lo?
J-Lo's not white.
That's white. That's right.
Okay.
That's white.
That's
Sorry.
She's not. She's beautiful, but she's not white. This feels racist now. I feel like we just made this racist, and I don't like this.
does Batman.
No, it may be sexist, but it's not racist.
Does Batman count? I just watched The Penguin. Yeah.
I love that we had a use for that.
Yes.
No,
I
I think
just watched The Penguin, so
what a movie. I mean, what a show.
yeah, very good
show.
show.
I think we've hammered out the 5. I'm cool with the 5.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm ready. It can change. It can change. We can add to it. We can add bubble players as we go.
Cool with,
This is just the beginning.
Listen, Arch is on the bubble for sure.
Jim Carrey.
He's got to keep the job. You don't keep the job, you're off the bubble completely.
You're gone.
Yeah.
You're just out.
We can't have bench players on the bubble.
Yeah. I mean, like, there's tons. Listen, the sad thing is we couldn't come up with more than 5 white folk that we wanted to put on an elite cracker list.
Well, yeah.
That's kind of sad. Like, off the top of my head, I'm like, I don't know.
I think we could have came up with 10, but it would have been like, we don't know if this person deserves to be here. We got 5 that are like, yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
Like, if you'd have gave me 10, Liv Morgan would have made my 10. But does she deserve to be on this list? I don't know.
Oh,
You see what I'm saying?
Others. So these are some other ones that I actually, Post Malone could be on the list.
Ooh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. He might have album of the year.
Okay. You could talk me into Post Malone being on the bubble.
He's above Arch. He's above Arch.
above
on the
Arch?
bubble. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
The other one was Dolly Parton. And I was like,
No.
she's a white
Hall of Fame?
person. No, she's alive. She still exists.
I don't think you have to be dead for the Hall of Fame. I think it's just inactive.
Okay. Inactive. I don't like that word, but okay. The active versus
Post
inactive
is,
thing. I'm like, what does
Post
that
is
mean?
tough. The weird thing with Post is this is a culture thing, right? He's going into white culture.
Yeah, but that's not like
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, though?
I don't want to. Yeah, and I know that we're definitely doing this from the perspective of like, are they accepted in other cultures? But I also don't want to do the whole
Post
thing
is
like
tough.
because he's still accepted by certain folks.
Post is universally loved.
That's what I mean. Like Shabuzi is going into white culture. He's loved by everybody. It's fine.
I have a tough time keeping Post out of this. I'm putting him on the bubble. Nope. I like the 5. I'm keeping him on the bubble.
Okay.
But I have him above Arch.
Okay. So you got Kelsey 5. You got Arch 7 now.
7.
He got bumped way down. He ain't even on the list anymore.
If you're fighting,
but he's on the bubble.
Man, if Quinn Ewers comes back, Arch is off the list. That's it.
And he's supposed to come back next week.
That's what I'm saying.
First Texas.
Now, if you fight off Quinn Ewers, we're having a whole different conversation.
Like actually,
here.
if you're on TV and you physically hit him.
No. I think Arch gets Bama here soon. If Arch gets the start and beats Bama, Arch might be on the list.
See, you're talking logically from an actual football perspective. That's not what this list is about.
Listen, Arch has some swag to his celebrations and everything. If Arch,
I don't think you're listening to me. I don't think you're actually hearing what I'm saying.
If Arch has a game and he's dropping
You're
these
not.
swaggy
It's
celebrations,
true. I've confirmed it.
oh, man.
You're still talking about actual games.
Yes.
That's not what I'm talking about.
No, but I'm talking about what makes him people don't care about Arch because he's the starter at Texas.
You didn't hear what I said. If he literally hits Quinn Ewers, he will be on the list. And you're like,
of course. But that's so ridiculous. It's not going to happen. That's so ridiculous that I'm just brushing it off because it's not going to happen. No, listen, if he hits Quinn Ewers, he's number 1.
Exactly.
Yes. I don't have to. We don't even have to acknowledge that because
But
it's
you need
a
to
given.
let people know.
They'll know when they see the list and Arch jumps to number 1.
Okay, that's fair.
But I'm saying if that doesn't happen, if Arch gets a start and beats Bam, which Bama lost to, I don't know, maybe that's not an accomplishment anymore. It's tough.
I'm not talking about that right now.
It's tough. It's tough.
We are way too deep.
It's tough. This list is deep. You only got 5.
So you were about to go into Vandy versus Bama, and I'm like, we're not doing that. Let's
No,
stop.
it's fine.
Wait, the quarterback from Vandy, what's his name? The one that was like something about God, and then he was like, we're fucking lit right now. It's like,
because of God.
I didn't see that.
Should he
God
be on the
guided me
list?
18
No,
years ago.
we got the list.
Okay.
We got the list. The list is set, I think. I think the list is set.
Okay.
All right. List, and then let's end it.
That's it.
What are we at?
You had
Cody?
number 1, Cody Rhodes. Number 2,
Sabrina
Carpenter. Number 3.
We still got Taysom at 3, huh?
Taysom. I think you did go Taysom at 3.
4, Hillary.
Taysom's hurt though, so it's rough.
I'm gonna be honest. That's definitely a local thing. I don't know that other people will agree with.
I don't
Taysom.
care. This is our
It's fine.
list.
No, I'm with you.
And if you don't like it, we got 2 words for you.
Suck it.
Wow, that was great.
We got 4. We got Hillary Duff.
Yeah.
In 5, we slid in Kelsey.
That's right. And all right, so that's it. The bubble,
Posty
Posty,
and Archie.
and Arch Manning. I think it's a good list.
It's a good list. It's a good list. We'll have a
I'm
graphic.
surprised we agreed
I'll
on
be more prepared for the next time. I was kind of blindsided.
That's okay. I'm sorry.
Listen, pay attention to what happens in the world this week.
Yeah.
This is for fluid list.
Yeah. Look for white folk doing things that are accepted by the culture is really what this thing's about. Okay.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Cool. Until next time, we got to get the hell out of here because we got to go celebrate because it's been a 100th episode. It is almost 10 something at night, and we're trying to. It's later than
11
that.
something at
Jesus, we had a long podcast. We're gonna run out of time. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, all that nonsense. Brewbros.com. I said it.
Yeah.
That's
That
it.
thing.
That's it.
Deuce.
Yeet. Yeet.
I'm Batman.